welcome back to another amazing episode on the Unleashing Potentials podcast. I'm your host, Bernadette, and joining me today is Nikki. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on. This is such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. And I understand that we're on the opposite end of the world and time zone as well. Can you tell us where
Yes,
you are?
that's correct. I'm in Amsterdam right now, so
Mhm.
that's quite far away from Canada where you're at now. But that's the beauty of podcasts. You get to meet people from all over the world. So.
Definitely, I agree. Yeah, yeah. So Nikki, to start, can you tell us more about you and your story and what is it that you do?
Yeah, well, I run two travel businesses, both related to travel to Japan. So in 2011, I moved to Tokyo. I've lived there for 10 years and I started Tokiotours there. And with Tokiotours, I provide guided tours across Japan with local experts. So I have a partner who lives in Tokyo and she's responsible for onboarding and operations. Um, so we work with a lot of travel agents that buy our tours. And we also have a meet and assist service where we help people at the airport. So that's Tokyo Tours. And in addition to that, I started a new business called Elite Travel Experiences because I noticed there was kind of a gap because there's basically two ways you can travel to Japan. Either maybe a travel agent arranges your flight and your hotels and things, but then when you're there, you're kind of left to your own devices to figure out how to go from A to B, like how much time are things going to take, where to go for dinner. And Japanese people generally don't speak a lot of English, so that can be quite confusing. Plus, the railway station have like 90 exits, so it's not like, oh, I'll just go inside, I'll just use Google Map because Google Map will be like, yeah, I don't know where you are.
Mhm.
Figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's one way to travel.
Mhm.
Or you're stuck in a bus with a tour leader and 20 or 30 or 40 other people, and the tour leader is rushing you the whole time, telling you, okay, buy your souvenirs here because I get my commission. Let's go to the next place where we all have lunch and we all eat the same thing, whether you like it or not.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so I noticed there was quite a discrepancy between the two ways of traveling. So that's why I started Elite Travel Experiences. And we offer small group travel to Japan. So up to from two to maximum six people, we put in a private limousine with a private driver, and he will pick you up from the airport and bring you to your hotel and basically stays with you throughout your trip. So you can just travel hassle-free. You have your set itinerary, but you still have the flexibility to say, oh, actually, let's stay a bit longer. I quite like it here. Or let's all go for sushi lunch. Or I want to go to the bathroom. Let's have a quick bathroom break instead of someone just herding you inside the bus, like, no, no, no time, no time. Let's go, let's go, let's
Mm.
go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so I think it's a good compromise. So we are focusing more on luxury travel, but for what we're offering, it's still quite affordable. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. And in addition, I'm working with a publisher to publish my first novel, which is called Sushi, Sarcasm, and Second Chances,
Mhm.
which is roughly based on my life, uh, moving to Japan, setting up my business. And yeah, the reader will get an insight of what is it like to live in Japan. If you don't speak the language, you don't know anything, and you're basically like dropped. And how does that go? So, like, what are the challenges and how do you overcome it? And yeah, I did change it here and there to make it a bit more interesting, but most of it is
Mhm.
actually happened to me. So it will definitely be interesting to read once it's published.
Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, wow. Lots of adventures.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
in Chinese, they say, as a curse, I hope you have an interesting life. And I can definitely say I have an interesting life so far. So, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. You lived there for 10 years.
Yeah.
What were some of the challenges that you experienced earlier on your journey there?
Well, first of all, I didn't speak the language at all. I could just say arigato, like thank you. And back then, Google Maps wasn't a thing, so I still using the the real maps to walk around and like where am I? And I thought, Tokyo, London, New York, Sydney, it's all kind of same level, right? So it will be easy to find a job. I mean, my English is not too bad. I have a bachelor degree. And then I was there, and literally no one wanted to hire me. Everyone was like, "Oh, so you speak fluent Japanese, right?" And I'd be like, not exactly." So they was, "Yeah, we'll call you." And then you never hear from them again.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then I thought, oh, you know what? I'll just apply at the embassy just to give out the passport. I mean, how much Japanese do you need to give a passport to someone? But even there, they said, no, you need to do a lot of other stuff as well behind the scenes. So you need to be fluent. So I thought, okay, I'll just study Japanese for a year and then I'll be fluent and I'll get a job and it'll be fine. But 2 years in, I still wasn't fluent in Japanese, even though I was studying uh,
Mhm.
from 9 to 5 every day. It's just a really, really difficult language to pick up. So
Mhm.
yeah, those were some of the struggles and just walking around the supermarket like, okay, so is it milk or is it something else? Is it soy milk? Or
Yeah.
my husband would be like, why don't you go and get some rice? And there were 2 aisles of rice and they all looked the same. I'm like, okay, I'll just grab one and just take it. And then I came home and my husband would be like, this is mochi rice. This is for dessert. You can't just eat it. Why did you buy this? Are you stupid? I'm like, how am I supposed to know? I can read what's on the packaging. Come on, give me a break.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that was really a struggle. And all these vegetables that you don't know, like what, how do I even eat this? Is this a herb or is it a vegetable or what? But yeah, just walking
Yeah.
around the supermarket was already an adventure.
Yeah, yeah. I can sort of relate. I've never been to Japan, but I'm from Haiti, which is a complete different country, culture, language. I had to learn English. I'm still learning English, if I'm being honest. It's a very hard language. It's
Oh
fine
yeah.
when you're speaking it, but when you have to write it, when you have to go to school and know how to properly spell things, it's a struggle. But
Oh
the
yeah.
culture shock is real. So I'm
Mhm.
here to say I know and I understand what you went through. Um, because here and there I still get tiny bit of aftermath of culture shock.
Mm.
It's not
Oh
something
yeah.
that just goes away completely. How do you continue to deal with culture shock? Or do you still have them? Maybe you don't anymore. I'm not sure.
Um, well, after 10 years, I pretty much know how Japanese people work. So basically, they're very analytical, they're very rule oriented. So everything is black or white. There's no gray zone, there's nothing in between. Everything is a rule. If it's not a rule, they'll make it on the spot. They don't like to say no. So if you don't get it right the first time, they will just never talk to you again. And basically, your chance is gone. And there are many unwritten rules about how to behave, how to be a member of society, how to do business in Japan. So if you make one small mistake because
Mm.
you're ignorant and you don't know, then basically your chance is gone and you will never get another chance with this company again because they will not be like, oh, he's a foreigner, doesn't know. They will be like, no, 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 this
Oh,
is not
wow.
going to work.
Hmm.
So, yeah, fortunately, I know all these things, but yeah, as a woman, as a non-Japanese person, uh, you are already so far behind that it's not even funny anymore. So,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
really hard to be a business owner and try to operate in Japan because they don't do discounts.
Hmm.
Uh, they prefer to work with Japanese partners, so you have to find your way around and use your network and uh, work in that way because otherwise you just don't get anywhere. So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it can be challenging, but still, I mean, I like a challenge. I like
Hmm.
to solve puzzles. So yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't let it get me down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So do you speak Japanese right now? And how much? What was it like learning it? You mentioned you went to school.
うんもちろんできます。全然問題ないよ。
That's so cool. I think
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand a little bit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I speak Japanese pretty well, so normally I would say I understand between 60 and 80% if
Hmm.
someone is speaking to me in Japanese.
Hmm.
The only disadvantage is that in Japanese, you have many levels of politeness. So you can say the same thing in many different ways. There's like 15 ways to say I or you, depending on the circumstances.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that makes it a bit challenging at times. But generally speaking, I manage. So, yeah, I did 2 years of going to classes, 9 to 5. Then I did 1 year of private lessons. And then basically, I started with Duolingo. So now I still do the Duolingo every day to keep up because
Yeah,
now I don't live in Japan anymore. So I'm not constantly bombarded with Japanese. So I need to hear it to be able to remember all the words.
yeah, yeah. That's
So
really
usually,
cool.
yeah, usually when I get back, there's like a 1 or 2 week period where I need to adjust, and also the other way around. Like when I've been in Japan for a while, I will just automatically give my coffee order in Japanese because I'm not even thinking about it, and then the woman is looking at me like, what was that?" And oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I wasn't realizing that was speaking Japanese.
Yeah, yeah. I actually face the same thing. Because of my language that I speak, I have to translate in my head before I
Mm-hmm.
can actually speak it out. Sometimes the translation it gets lost and if people get some of it, not all of it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not talking to someone who knows my language. Let's try that again.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. And in Japanese doesn't have that many sounds. So English and especially the Dutch language has a lot of sounds. So the words are quite distinctive.
Mm,
So it's much easier in my opinion. Whereas in Japanese, everything sounds the same. So it's very easy to make a mistake that two words sound very the same and then you use the wrong one and it
mhm,
means something completely different. And also with the characters, using them, like if one line is slightly different, then it means something
mhm.
completely different. So
Mm.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
so challenging sometimes.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. So how did the pandemic impacted your business?
Oh my God, it was the worst because 2020 was supposed to be the best year ever because the Olympics were being
Mhm.
held in Tokyo.
Yeah.
So the first 2 months, Japan was closed for Korea and China. So actually, I thought it was a benefit. I thought, oh, okay, that's good. So we don't have all these buses with Chinese and Koreans that are crowding everywhere. And
Mhm,
my clients who are mostly from Europe and United States could more easily see whatever they wanted to see.
mhm,
But then March rolled around, and then all the schools were closed, and the country completely locked up. And Japan was also one of the last ones to open up again. So all the other countries started opening up again after the pandemic, but not Japan. And also, I thought like they're never going to cancel the Olympics. I mean, that would be insane. I mean, they spend so much money to do this. It's
mhm,
going to go through. So at least people will come for the Olympics. But no, they
mm,
said, okay, next year. And even in 2021, only a very limited number of people were able to attend the Olympics. So still, it was not really beneficial to me. So yeah, my business went bankrupt.
mm,
And at that point in time, I was also like, I don't know how long this pandemic is going to last. So maybe I should go back to the Netherlands. At least I have a better chance of getting employment
mm,
uh, and work for someone else because my background is in marketing and communications. And then I'll just keep doing things for Tokiotours on the side. So I poured a lot of effort in the website, writing blogs, working on the social media channels, starting some Facebook groups that now have a lot of members.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, so I figured I'll just go back to the Netherlands and restart my life, and let's see what happens with Tokyo Tours. I'll just continue working on it. Everyone was telling me, "Why are you doing this? You've gone bankrupt. There's no sense. Just let it go already." But I was like, "No, I think there's still a chance." All of the other companies are going bankrupt too. I'm going to be the only one left standing after this is all over. So, yeah, I'm still going to pour all my love and energy and money into it. And let's see what happens next.
mm. Yeah, thank you for sharing. What would you say to people who want to do what you're doing?
Well, there's never a perfect time to start. So
Mm,
just start already, learn on the job, and if you don't know something, then you can always say, "Oh, that's a very interesting question. I'll get back to you on that." Uh,
mhm,
so people will forgive you if you're not perfect straight away. So just do it already and
mm,
take advice from other people. Like some leaders are like, "I am the boss. I know everything, and everyone
mm,
has to bow down to me, and my rules, my company." But I have a very different approach. I always keep my eyes and ears open, and even with new employees, I'm like, well, give me your feedback. Tell
mhm,
me, what do you think I can improve? What can I do better? What ideas do you have? Your fresh eyes, tell me.
mhm,
So yeah, I always listen to everyone and always on the lookout. What are my competitors doing? What can I learn? What can I improve? So as long as you keep doing that, you'll become better and better every day, and your clients will notice it, and everything will just blossom.
mm. I love that. Thank you for sharing. When will your novel come out?
It's planned for February 2026.
Ooh, exciting. So
Yeah.
let's say people read it, they love it.
Mhm.
If they want more, would you write more for them and show them more?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, I've had a very tumultuous life.
Mm,
Actually, I was given up for adoption as a baby. So even my childhood was quite rough. I lived in an orphanage for a while, and even now. my ex-husband is suing me for my house, and he wants to kick me out on the street. So I have more than enough material for a prequel and a sequel after this book. So uh, the plan is first see how this book goes, maybe turn it into an audiobook if it goes well, and then maybe write a prequel and a sequel after this to keep people informed of how Nicole is faring. That's
Yeah.
my alter ego, and how she is able to stay positive and turn a negative into a positive.
Yeah, I love that. Guess what? I was adopted too.
Oh,
I,
really?
I also, yep, I also spent a lot of time in an orphanage as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
Wow, that's so coincidental that we have that in common, right?
yeah, yeah. And I've interviewed many adoptees and adoptive parents on my podcast. So there's a ton of videos of my story and also other adoptees and adoptive parents on there. Yeah, that's really
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, back then, like nowadays, you have to jump through so many hoops if you want to adopt a child, and you have to do all these courses and all these tests and interviews.
Mhm.
But back then, it was kind of like picking out a puppy.
Yeah.
So my adoptive mom basically came into this room where there were 15 babies and or toddlers
Mhm.
um, from 0 to 2. And they just said, okay, which one do you want? Just pick one. And
Mm.
you have 3 children of your own that are still alive? Okay, well, that means that you can take care of kids. So,
Mm.
yeah, just we'll wrap her up for you and just take her. And good luck. We'll come around once to see if she's still alive. And if that is the case, we're
Yeah.
assuming that everything is good to go and
Mhm.
have fun with her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm grateful that they're making it harder to adopt for
Hmm.
lots of reasons. Lots of abuse. Um,
Hmm.
People use the system to either get paid, get what they want, and it does mess up kids badly. I'm speaking from experience. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too. I mean, I was sexually abused by 2 of my brothers and one of my cousins, and they basically said, "You're not really our sister anyway, so it's no big deal."
Mm.
So, and then when I told my mom, she was like, "Oh, they're just showing you that they love you. You're just misunderstanding it." And then she was like, "You are the one ripping my family apart. Because of you, I cannot see all my children at once. So you're going to act normal from now on. Your brothers are going to be there. You're going to be there. You're just going to shut the fuck up and you're going to take it because I will not accept this any longer." So
Wow.
yeah, I mean, it's been a rough road uh,
Yeah.
from when I was young and even now. But yeah, you take the bad with the good and
Hmm.
don't let it get you down and try to learn your lesson and try
Hmm.
to learn who to trust and who not to trust and don't let it define you, like people will treat you badly, but
Hmm.
that says more about them than about you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Thank you. And sexual trauma, it's there's a pandemic of it.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
the part that gets to me, I've experienced sexual trauma too. It's
hmm.
not something I've shared yet on the podcast,
Oh,
but I know
wow.
once I'm ready, there's gonna be a lot of powerhouse women and men coming forward to share. But yeah, I'm glad they're making it harder to adopt.
Yes,
I'm
exactly,
glad
right?
that people are finally are finding the courage and the strength to say this happened to me, but it doesn't make me who I am. So I'm proud of you, of your journey, of your healing. I mean, look how far you've come. You
Yeah.
probably speak more Japanese than I could in 5 years. So yeah,
Well,
yeah.
hopefully, yes.
I tried to learn. I love languages.
Oh,
I can understand French some Spanish because I went to Mexico. I can survive and ask for help and food and water.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
amazing. I
yeah,
can only
yeah.
say gonorrhea.
Yeah, because Spanish is so similar to Portuguese as well.
Oh, yes.
Some of the words, yeah, yeah. But I love languages, and I tried to learn Arabic. Is that how you said
Mhm.
Arabic? It was hard. It was
Mm.
really hard because I was trying to write, and then, but yeah, I plan on keep on learning because it's so much fun. I find so much joy in it. I'm like a adrenaline junkie. So I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Yeah, yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah, but I mean, you are able to understand the culture much better when you understand the language as well, because how
Mm,
people express themselves and what is important to them, like uh, you have a lot of words in Japanese that you don't have in other languages because
mm,
Japanese people find that important, and other countries are like, man, not
yeah,
a big
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
And vice versa, like in
Mhm,
Japanese, you have no terms of endearment. So you
mhm.
cannot say sweetie, honey, pumpkin, anything like that. They don't have that. They're very cool and they're very straightforward. So it's a totally
Mhm.
different mentality compared to Western Europe or United States. So I
Yeah,
found it very interesting to see the juxtaposition in both.
yeah, yeah. I know someone who went to Japan for a year, ex student exchange. She
Hmm.
literally looked probably like a black pole. Just
Oh,
walking around and everyone's looking and
oh
because
yeah.
there are parts of the world that maybe people have never seen black people. Maybe they've never seen Caucasian people, right?
Uh, oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially countryside people, they don't know. Like, I mean, Japanese people are very xenophobic and they're
Mm,
quite racist. Although they don't really show it that much, it's not like on the surface. But yeah, you'll definitely notice, like, as a black person, if you try to rent an apartment, it's like, no, we don't rent to foreigners.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of places like, oh no, it's Japanese only, members only.
Hmm.
Uh, this elevator is only for Japanese, or there is a sign, if you can read this in Japanese, you are free to enter. And then in English, it says, no occupancy, please go away. You
Oh,
know?
wow. That's really interesting.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah,
many
yeah.
places like that where they just try to get rid of foreigners. They don't like them that much. Not everywhere, but
Yeah,
countryside
yeah,
more so than
yeah,
the big
yeah.
cities.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder where that could be from. Maybe of them trying to preserve their country and culture and language. And
Mhm.
not everyone likes to share.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Japan has been closed off to foreigners for a very, very long time. I mean,
Hmm.
from the uh, 17th century, something like that, they threw out all the Portuguese. And then a Dutch ship called the Love accidentally landed in Japan, and they were ready, like, ah, we're gonna kill you. And the Dutch were like, no, 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 we just want to
Yeah,
trade. We just want
yeah,
to trade. We're not
yeah.
going to uh, try
Hmm.
to convert you. We just want your
Hmm.
stuff, your porcelain and your
Yeah,
silk and your samurai swords and your armor. So
yeah.
then Japanese were like, okay, Nagasaki, here, Deshima, your island, you don't get to leave it, and
Yeah.
we'll trade, and that's all. And then, yeah, Japan was closed off to everyone. So
Mm-hmm.
Japan is not as multicultural as some other places. They don't really let in any people who are looking for political asylum or who have any kind of like refugees. It's very hard for them to come to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just not as used to other people mixing with other cultures. So it's not really a thing. So that's probably why they are so anti-foreigners. Plus the fact that the United States said you can never have your own army again, only for defense purposes.
Mm.
So there are still a lot of Japanese people that are quite resentful over the fact that they can't have their own army, and basically the Americans control all the army bases and navy bases and all of that. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember growing up, there's a lot of UN and they're from around the world, but mostly um the States. Yeah.
hmm
Well, growing up, they were protecting and helping civilians. So I guess there are different aspects to it. And also, I remember just this year, I went to a dry cleaning place. I think it was a beautiful Chinese lady.
mm
She gasped when she saw me. She's like, "Oh my gosh, your hair is so beautiful. Your
Ah,
face is so beautiful. Can I touch your skin?" I
oh
said,
my
"Yes, you
God.
can." So she touched my face, and I'm just standing there. My partner's looking and just smiling. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, wow. I said, what's your name? And then we're just talking. She's just fascinated just to be close to me, to see me, to be able to touch my skin. I was not offended at all because
Mm,
that was a human exchange and a cultural experience that
yeah.
she had that I also had. So it was amazing.
Yeah, I feel that's how it should be. I mean, I've even had people pull out my hair when I was in the elevator that they were like, "Ah, well, what's this?"
Yeah.
But yeah, Japanese people are not as open, so they will not approach or talk to you as easily. Even if you're sitting next to them in the subway, it's not uncommon for them to get up and go sit somewhere else because they're like, "Oh my God, foreigner, stay away, stay away.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
Let me get
wow.
my garlic out."
Oh wow. Thank you so much for sharing. Is
Yeah.
there anything else we didn't talk about that you'd like to share? Any projects? What's happening within your company?
Well, Tokyo Tours is doing very well. Next month, I'm going to Barcelona to receive the World Luxury Travel Award on behalf of Tokyo Tours.
Mhm,
And I've just won the APAC award for the third time in a row for Tokyo Tours. And I've been nominated for 2026 for another travel award. I forgot which one.
mhm,
But yeah, Tokyo Tours is doing very well. We're trying to get some traction with Elite. The website is kind of finished. The payment platform is done, so we can receive our first guest. So we're very much
Nice.
looking forward to that. And of course, I'm working very hard with my editor to get my book ready for getting it published in February. So yeah, the
Yeah.
things are looking great. So
Mhm.
sunny skies ahead.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations on all of your achievements. I mean it from the bottom of my heart as an adoptee, a survivor, and also a mother. I mean,
Mhm.
wow, incredible. I don't
Yeah,
know you, but I'm proud of you.
thank you. Oh, that means
Yeah.
so much to me. Thank
Mhm,
you so
mhm.
much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So what do you want people to get out of this episode today?
Well, if they plan on traveling to Japan, then of course they can visit either one of my websites, either for a guide or for a tour package. It's
Mhm.
either www.tokyotours, and Tokyo is spelled the Dutch way, so with the I and not with the Y. So Tokio, and then tours
Yeah.
tours.nl, or www.elitetravelxp.com.
Mhm.
And you can always connect with me on LinkedIn or on Instagram. I have a private Instagram, or personal, should I say? It's not
Hmm.
private. I have a personal Instagram account called Nicki, Nicki underscore Amsterdam. So please send me a DM or a follow request.
Hmm.
Or you can find me on any social media platform under Tokiotours. So please hit me up if you have any questions or you need some advice. I would be happy to share with you.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
One last question for you before I let you go. I ask every single guest this question, and I
Mhm.
love the answers. There's never a wrong answer. What is the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life, um, basically, well, to be honest, I sometimes get visions. So
Mm,
this might be a bit cuckoo for some people, but
I love cuckoo.
I sometimes see things. So I see things
Yeah.
about my friends, I see things about my life.
Hmm.
So basically, um, what I've been told is that life has already happened.
Yes.
So anytime you think you have free will or you can make a choice, that is not true. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have any choice. So basically, they showed me when you look down, you
Mm-hmm.
can see your feet and you can see the first step ahead that is visible, but anything else is just darkness. So whenever you think you see things or you're planning things, that's basically you going, "Whoa!" running into the darkness, but that's okay because that can also be part of your path. And they told me that if you worry or if you are too concerned with things or you're planning too much or you're too invested in something, that is all negative energy, and that means you
Mm-hmm.
are blocking positive energy. So positive things can still come, but it's just going to take a lot longer because you are blocking yourself from the positive things that can happen into your life. So the best way is to just
Mm-hmm.
accept the path, it will be shown to you. And they also told me that there will be signs. So if there is something that is really out of the ordinary, like really unexpected, something you wouldn't normally see, then that is a sign like we're here, we're taking care of you, don't worry, everything's going to
Mhm.
be all right. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, life is just one big adventure and just go with the flow. And in the end, it will all work out. So just don't worry too much and stay positive.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nikki, for coming on the podcast today, for taking me to Japan while I'm still sitting down. And for what you do. I'm sure what you do is inspiring so many people. I think we're hungry for connection and to learn about each other's cultures and roots. So I appreciate you coming on the podcast today. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. It's been a blast. I hope
You're
many
welcome.
people will get inspiration from this episode, and I will definitely share it with all my followers, and hopefully they'll start following you too. So, yeah,
Yeah, thank
that's
you. Thank you.